Well, I knew it was a mistake. I warned them, but the decision by Conservative MPs to depose Boris Johnson less than 3 years after a historic landslide looks more insane by the day. The Prime Minister's swashbuckling and energetic PMQ's farewell today just emphasised that point even further.
He's got the union barons pulling his strings from beneath him. That's the truth. Focus on the road ahead, but always remember to check the rear view mirror. And remember, above all, it's not Twitter that counts. It's the people that sent us here. Mission largely accomplished. For now, I want to thank everybody here and hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
For now, I think, being the key words. And the results of my major poll asking you who you want to be Prime Minister versus the final three leadership contenders were extraordinary. We had over 60,000 votes with an overwhelming 49% backing Boris Johnson to stay in the top job. But Boris will soon be out of number 10 for a while at least, and the battle to be PM could not be any clearer. On the one hand, there's the low-tax, small-state Liz Truss, the most experienced of all current-serving cabinet ministers, who wants to bring Thatcherite principles back into the Conservative leadership.
The aggression by the Russian government and attempts to relitigate the past are seriously undermining Russia's international standing. Russia has a choice which can result in a better future for Europe, Russia and the Russian people.
Britain has always stood up to bullies. We've always been risk takers, so we are prepared to be bold, using our strength in security and diplomacy, our economic heft, and our will and agility to lead the way.
Now is the time to be bold. We cannot have business as usual economic management, which has led to low growth for decades. We need to deliver on Brexit and the opportunities it offers. Raising taxes at this moment will choke off economic growth in order to prevent us getting the revenue we need to pay off the debt. I can lead, I can make tough decisions, and I can get things done. I am ready to be Prime Minister from day one.
Then there's the Boris backstabber-in-chief, Rishi Sunak, a big state, high-tax former Chancellor with a super-rich wife and a love of a Californian lifestyle who increased the UK's tax burden to the highest it's been in 70 years.
Let me tell you a story. I have friends who are aristocrats, I have friends who are upper class, I have friends who are, working class, but I'm not working class.
What is your definition of a woman?
As I said, I would exactly agree with what the Prime Minister said at Prime Minister's question time. I thought he answered the question very well.
An adult human female?
Sorry, Julie, as I said, I thought the Prime Minister answered the question brilliantly.
Boris Johnson is one of the most remarkable people I've ever met. And whatever some commentators may say, he has a good heart.
I will deliver tax cuts, but I'll do so responsibly. But I'll also get the economy growing, seizing the opportunities of Brexit to make sure that this is the best country in the world.
Rishi, you have raised taxes to the highest level in 70 years.
Is this all together? Yeah, all together. Please come down for me.
And despite the promise of a positive campaign that would avoid blue-on-blue attacks, Sunak posted this video within hours of the result being announced, claiming Truss would lose to Labour.
Crucially, who is the best person to beat Keir Starmer and the Labour Party at the next election? I believe I'm the only candidate who can do that, and that's what we're going to talk to all our members about now.
If that's positive, I hate to see what's coming when he sees how far behind he lags among Tory members. And as I've written in a new column for Mail Online tonight, Sunak is slick but completely soulless, like a droid of a political candidate dreamed up in a lab and controlled by the globalist organisations like the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organisation that I've come to distrust. By contrast, I'm secure in the knowledge that the current Foreign Secretary, the most experienced member of the Cabinet, was opposed to unnecessary COVID lockdowns and will take the fight to China and Russia. On the economy, it's a total no-brainer. Sunak has led us to hell in a handbasket with incessant multi-billion giveaways funded by devastating tax rises. Truss has pledged to cut taxes and reduce the size of the state, the entire purpose of the Conservative Party. When it comes to the culture wars, Truss has fought for the rights of women in her equalities brief and is resolutely anti-woke. Sunak, as we just saw, wasn't even prepared to define what a woman is in a car crash TV interview. As an ardent Brexiteer, it may seem counterintuitive to back the candidate who voted to remain, but in her actions as the International Trade Secretary, trusted more than virtually any other minister to prove she believes in the Brexit dividend. My private conversations with her cabinet colleagues have reassured me that she is the safest bet to secure Brexit against the force of the deep state rejoinder blob, which poses such a threat to this country. Truss isn't the finished article, I admit that, but neither was her political inspiration, Margaret Thatcher, when she first became Conservative leader. The trick now is for Truss, if she wins, which she should do, to emulate the approach of the Iron Lady and not crumble like Theresa May the moment she enters number 10. The stakes could not be higher. The future of our great country hangs in the balance.